Hey Clashers, Supercell added with the last September update an incredible big feature, and that is the supercharged level. But I see a lot of confusion about this because it is a temporary level which is going to be removed as soon as there is a new level for this specific building in the game. Because supercharged level means pretty much that this building right now, for example the Bitter Hunt, is level 6.5. The supercharges are the same as like half a level, for example. Which means if a Bitter Hut is getting new level 7 for example, this supercharged level is going to be reset. And I've somewhat wasted my resources. I have still had great defenses with those, but still in the long run, those resources are going to be reset. Well, we know already that Town Hall 17 is probably going to drop around the end of the year. Which means a lot of people are now scared that all of their progression with the supercharges are completely wasted. But I want to explain today a little bit more in detail how those supercharges work and how they're affected by Town Hall 17. Because I feel like so far there's a lot of misinformation out there and misconceptions about how those supercharges work. Because I'm allowed to share that Supercell is going to try to not give on any of those supercharged buildings right now a new level with the Town Hall 17 update. Which means they're going to last for quite some time because, as I said earlier, supercharged level are only being removed if there's a new level for the building. Otherwise, they're going to stay there for eternity. And as long as Supercell is going to stick to that, where they're trying, it's not a 100% guarantee, but as long as they're trying to make sure that most of those buildings not going to get a new level in the Town Hall 17 update, we're going to have them for quite some time. And I actually made up a graphic so you can easily follow what exactly I mean by that. And in my opinion, Supercell has two options to handle that in the future. And this is why I have two timelines on this graphic. If you're wondering, this is the September update, this is the Town Hall update, the February update, the April update, the June update, the September update, the Town Hall. You know by now, like this is pretty much for both of those timelines. This is how they're structured. They're structured by the updates we have in Clash of Clans, which is 5 every single year. At least that's how it was in 2024. Based on that, we know, well, the supercharges were added in September. Supercharges in this graphic, I will mark them with blue, okay? Regular level, I will mark them with this pink. So, let's get things started. In September, the supercharges were added. But instead, as most people thought, that would last until the next Town Hall release, which means Town Hall level 17, that will actually last way longer. So instead, this is going to last most likely until February or even April. We don't know, one of those two, but I will just draw it like this, okay? Then we have new defenses getting added, or new defense level getting added with the Town level 17. They are going to last then, for example, until, let's say, April. On the April update then, they might be transformed into the supercharges, and then with the new Town Hall 18 update at that point already, they will get new level until April, then until Town Hall level 19 or something, we get the supercharged version again, and so on. But what happens now with the first wave of defenses? Well, they are going to be then transformed again into regular Town Hall 17 defenses, then into the supercharged version again, then into the Town Hall again, and so on and so on. Like this is pretty much like cycling non-stop. This is the first option, and obviously it might happen that, well, some supercharges are going to be in April, some of the Town Hall 17 update things are going to be then in April instead as well. So this is just to like give you an understanding of what I mean with the first concept. The first concept is a lot of, like, we have a lot of those, well, crossovers, I assume, like those things, which is why I think that this version is more unlikely to happen compared to the second option. The second option is way more straightforward. Again, the September ones are going to last for February, let's say, but we're going to get for sure new defense levels with Town level 17. But they are going to last for the entire year. So Town Hall to Town Hall, and then for Town Hall 18 to Town Hall 19, and so on, right? At the same time though, we're going to get as well already the supercharges, which means with the new Town level, we're going to get both, which would make things way easier, right? Instead of having those crossovers, we have really straight always cycles. Another thing as well is that with the Town Hall 16 update, we learned that Supercell is adding new defense level in 3 waves. The first wave is the Town Hall update. The second wave for Town Hall 16 was the February update. And the third wave was the April update. In June, we only got with only, I mean, like, we instead got a new troop and some other quality of life changes, and in September a new feature, which means they were not really connected in most ways to new level for that specific town level. So if we're going based off that, it means that we have more of those waves again, which means February until February, and so on. April until April. The same thing obviously as well with the regular levels like this. And we always get both at the same time, which means we get a new Town Hall 17 defense, but on top of that, we're getting already the supercharged defense level already as well. And this is kind of the second cycle, which I think is more likely. So that's like the first option, that's the second option. Both could happen based on the information we have. I think more likely is the second option right here. But all of this being said, this leaves now a lot of more things about how you should upgrade and everything. Right now, how you should upgrade and everything is still speculation. But let's just dive into one example. Because based on the rule, which Supercell said that, well, they do want to they're trying to avoid adding new defensive level for buildings which have already a supercharged level, like this one right here, like for the September update. So buildings which have already a supercharged level, like Scattershot, Expo, Builder Hut, for example, those are really unlikely to get a new level for Town Hall level 17 right away. And this means, for example, a defense which has not gotten new level just yet, there for the supercharge, is the air defense. And that is a really interesting one, because imagine the hit points. We have 1,850. This is the hit points from an air defense right now. And so far, most of the air defense levels, most of the recent ones, always gave 100 hit points. So then it's going to be 1,950. This is a really interesting number, because now you might think, okay, this is the air defense level, but is the supercharged level even worth it then? Let me show you this. If we have a supercharged level, which is the same as half a level, we would get another 50 hit points, right? Like, this is how it works, because we got plus 100 here. So we get plus 50 with the supercharged version. Now, Supercell already said there is not going to be a new equipment level with the Town Hall 17 update, which means the giant arrow does 1,950 damage. This supercharged level would make it that a giant arrow is not one-shotting an air defense anymore. So some of those levels might have an insane impact, and some of those other things are then as well with the fireball and everything else. So I highly recommend to you to wait for my video tomorrow, because we're going to go through most of those damage equipments to really highlight what the options and possibilities are for Town Hall 17, and some things might really surprise you, because the fireball, all I can say right now is do not spend any ores right now on the fireball until you have watched the video tomorrow, because some things, as I said, might surprise you quite a bit. And this is the cycle about the supercharges. This is all based on the information we already have from Supercell and the Stuart Ask Me Anything recently on Reddit. And on top of that, we have as well gotten so many information about the equipments and them not getting a new level, the egalitary being removed and merged into the town hall, and all of those things. And based on that, we can already do a lot about the numbers for the equipment, which I will do tomorrow. But let's get back for the supercharges just a couple of seconds. I think this bottom system is going to be great, because what this does is Supercell's plan right now is, and again I will just delete everything so it's easier to draw, is right now to decrease the time which is between Town Hall level 1 and Town Hall level, well, the max Town Hall. Right now it's Town level 16. So they want to decrease this time, make sure that it's, well, shorter. But people said, hey, well, the way is the goal. In Clash of Clans, we're trying to, like, play the game because we're enjoying the road, the process so much, right? So, like, decreasing this to this now means that you have less time for having fun. But with the supercharges, for example, the duration of being like Town Hall 16 is then as well being increased, right? Like Town Hall 16 is here, but with the new supercharges, you have way more stuff to do on Town Hall 16, on the max Town Hall. So getting to a maxed out base still takes quite a while, but more people are going to be on the maxed Town Hall level, have access to more features in the game, have the option of like doing anything they want, like using every single troop, using every single spell, using every single hero, and even more, right? So like that is a massive thing. That is a massive thing for sure. So overall, a lot of things I feel like have the potential right now to being set up as a big change for Town Hall 17 in many different things. And as I said earlier, with other videos already, if you want to make sure that you're staying up to date with predictions, with guides, with things like informations and everything we have from Supercell, make sure to follow this channel, because I will always try to break things down for you, and I hope that I was able to explain now a little bit better how the supercharges work, how they're like getting cycled and everything and so on, so it's easier to understand and know, okay, the supercharges right now are going to last for around like half a year or something, so it would be worth it to upgrade them right now, and we have something for quite some time, because they're not going to be reset with the Town Hall level 17, or like with the Town Hall 17 update. That's the important thing right here. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow with the next video. Until then, see ya and bye-bye.